I've been thinking about social media more lately, only because I'm watching it develop differently. And I'm watching just the audience on how they're using it and how it's going to affect our future as real estate agents. I think it's still very untapped when it comes to brokerages as a whole, but I want to touch on two ways that I think you have and I have a massive opportunity when it comes to social media, because these are the two things that have shifted and are going to continue to shift in social media specifically. Number one is this. Welcome, my real estate friends. This is Tristan. This is your daily real estate, where I spend about 5 to 10 minutes every day on the things that matter for your real estate business. Today, two big shifts in social media, and I want to talk to you about both of them. Very important, because I want you to apply them. At least I want you to be aware so that you can start looking for them and then start seeing if you can apply them to your business. Number one is, I have this written out. I thought about it a lot. It's social as the new discovery engine. I'm noticing that a lot of people spend their time on social. Look, it hasn't changed over the last few years. Again, most visited websites are still Google. People go there to search. But the thing is, they also go to search on YouTube, which is number two. They also enjoy discovering things and searching on Facebook and Instagram, which is number 4, and now ChatGPT. And you round up the top 20, TikTok, Reddit, LinkedIn, right? And so you start looking at this whole world that we're in as far as discovery for finding us, for finding property, for finding real estate agents. It's through social. And even ChatGPT is pulling from social media to find the top real estate agents in an area or relevant real estate agents in an area. So I think for me, I'm seeing social media becoming even more important as a place to discover real estate and real estate agents. And brokers don't quite know how to break through on this, because social is all about the individual, all about that specific brand. Yes, there are some brands that do quite well, but again, somebody has to show up in front of that brand to continually represent that brand, right? So for now, you are your brand. And I have here how you and I can ride this wave, because if that's number one, social as the new discovery engine, then of course I need to show up more. But it's hard sometimes, because we're like, where do we start? Do we go everywhere? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? I would say no. I would say slow down. Think about where you can create a 60-second video and answer a specific question, right? That a consumer is asking, and we've gone through how to find that on TikTok, Search Insights, which is now on desktop, or Google Trends, or just Google in general, or you can even go on YouTube and find it on YouTube Trends. The point is, or just search it on AI. The point is, you have no excuse on what type of content you should be creating anymore. It's all about actually doing it and sticking to it over a long period of time. I put here, create 60-second reels that answer one question. Is it going to be for buyers? Is it going to be for sellers? What is it going to be? It could be, how much down payment do I really need? Or it could be, save this for later. These are the 5 things you need to watch out for when buying a home. The point is, you need to start showing up more, doing the same thing. Watch my Instagram and see how I show up, just to get an idea. I'm always testing things out and tweaking things. I'm now doing some real estate news, and those are performing well. I do the top cities for this, the top cities for that. Those are the ones that give me the millions of views. So I pepper those in, right? But you've got to find yours and think about, how are people finding me on social so that they can like me and connect with me and want to build some type of a trust through this process of me showing up continually, right? And so start thinking along those lines, because the one thing that I know works is you showing up. And if it means you're doing a series, which I would say I probably am. I mean, this is a series, right? With you and I, podcast, a daily podcast, a daily YouTube channel. But if I'm going to the consumer, which I am, I have a series where I talk about the daily real estate news. Here are the top 5 things today. Let's go, right? That, and people are tuning into that daily, and they're sharing it. One of these last ones, I got over 100 shares on the latest news, and that is important because people connect that to trust. They're like, I can always rely on Tristan to know what's up in real estate. So think about maybe a series for yourself, a weekly series. What is it going to look like based on your strengths and what you want to be known for out there? And then don't forget, when people find you, give them something else to follow. Not everybody will do it, but think of what I'm doing here. At the end of every video, and sometimes at the beginning, sometimes in the middle, I'm saying, hey guys, don't forget, I started a newsletter, and it's real estate prospecting. You could do the same thing for your audience on Instagram, on TikTok, and say, hey everyone, I've got a newsletter for you, and it's along the lines of what you're talking about. For me, it's real estate prospecting because I do it daily, right? For you, it could be whatever you're talking about your specific area in Temecula and the things that are happening there in the community. Best places to eat, best places to visit, things to do on the weekend, right? Best places to buy according to USA Today or whatever it is. I'm making it up. But you get the picture. So, number 1, social as the new discovery engine, because people are looking, they're trusting, according to surveys, according to research, they are trusting a national media less, and they are trusting individual creators more. That's crazy to me, but that's reality. Number 2, social as a community magnet. This is my favorite because I accidentally bumped into this years ago when I created Lab Coat Agents, right? And creating this massive community of real estate agents. Our Facebook group alone has 167,000 agents, which is nuts, right? And so think of whatever you're building as a form of a community. Even though you're the only one there, now, if you start thinking of it as a community, as a place that you attract and bring people together that share the same ideas, that love the same things you do because you're showing up a certain way, you can also get help and say, hey, who can I help moderate the comments as you grow? Who can I help me with my newsletter? Because now this is going to be a more expanded community. How am I going to show up over here with the same message? How am I going to show up over here, maybe longer form, YouTube? But you've got to find your niche first. I think here I wrote this as a note to remind you and I. Influencers keep their audience because they talk with them, not at them. And that's the difference in building a community. You're talking with them. It's almost like you're the one kind of going through the process and saying, I think, and I do this sometimes here with you. Sometimes I'm like, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a good one. And I write notes, right? And I do prepare. But as I'm talking, I always think. So think about this. Think about how you can start building a community because it allows you to be a magnet for all the people that you want to attract. And remember, you're not going to attract everyone. You're going to attract some haters, but everyone in your community is not going to be attracted to you. There are going to be people who like you, people who don't. But here's where you have to show up as someone who is running a community. It's two-way content. Questions. Have questions so people can answer them. Run polls. Every platform gives you the ability to run polls. When you're doing stories on Instagram, do a Q&A sticker. When you are going and doing a live, ask questions, ask for interaction. Hey, if you're walking through a property, hey, I want to know every minute, If somebody new is joining and you have like 7 people watching, I want to know what you think of this kitchen. Everyone who's watching right now, guys, let me know. Here's the kitchen, right? What do you think of this? Do you like the counters, or did they mess up completely? Make it interactive. And make sure in a community, this is extremely important, but make sure that you answer comments and then you go back and forth with people in a good way. Communicate with them in DMs, communicate with them throughout, because you'll see who your hardcore followers are, and you've got to reward them by showing up for them. This is how you build a community online. And I think this becomes more and more important as AI becomes more prevalent, because people want to know they're connecting with others and that they are significant to another human in a community setting. And I have at the bottom here of this document what I call the playbook. I have 4 things on here. Pick one discovery format: Reels, Shorts, or TikTok. Post weekly or daily. Number 2, start one micro community. Facebook group is probably where I would go. I've started 1, 2, 3, 4 on Discord. 1 is okay. Discord's not my choice. My son has a small group on Discord too. Facebook's my jam. Number 3, engage daily. Answer comments, run polls, shout out members. The social algorithm really loves when you do that. Number 4, bridge online to offline. Events, pop buys, and handwritten notes. Keep the community real. I mean, that's one thing that I've noticed. When I have events, or when I have masterminds, or when I have community get-togethers, man, that really solidifies everything. Anyway, I told you one time earlier today, please subscribe to my newsletter. It goes out every Friday to real estate prospecting. That's where I put all of the things that I think are working for the week, and I give it to you. This way you can test it out, and you see my thoughts as well. Thanks for listening to this. Please share this with anybody you think might need this, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks again.